I want to see. There is no Welcome to another episode of Still Standing. Uh, as you can see by the title, I'm gonna this is one of those uh, shows that I'm gonna be a little serious on. You know, I may clown a little, but for the most part, I'm gonna be a little serious because I was talking to, and a lot of times I get a lot of these topics or whatever from talking to different people, not so much talking to them for a topic or none of that stuff, you know, just talking to people because, you know, I talk to a whole pile of people during the course of the day. And a lot of them don't even know that, you know, that they just be giving me topics because a lot of times, you know, the conversations that we have, you know, uh, 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 they're based. This is my this is where I get a lot of my ideas from talking to a lot of people. But anyway, I want to jump right into it. So my topic is to be you because everyone else already exists. Um, for so long, and like I said, you know, I'm not going to bring others. I'm just going to use myself as an example. But if you see yourself in that example, you know, then that's a good thing. Now, like I said, I'm going to start this off by telling you up front, I'm not a doctor. I never went to school to be no doctor, period. Not whatever, not so whatsoever. Not have any type of license to tell you shit. If you sit here and you look, but see, this is the thing. A lot of times, experience don't need a license because your story is your story. A lot of times, your story can help others, you know, and it doesn't really matter, you know, about the license. You know, a lot of times uh, we get so caught up into what a person possessed on paper, but we never know what a person possessed in their heart because we never. Hold on for 1 second. Hello? Yeah. Yes, it's the yeah, I'll send it to you. All right. Yeah, so hold on, let me get this. I forgot to send that password. I apologize. This is a minor technical difficulty, and the difficulty was, I mean, the technicality was my ass forgot to send password. It ain't no technical. Big difficult is that's it right there. I don't know why in the hell I had to do. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. So a lot of times, you know, we go through life. I'll start here. Back to where I was going initially. So I've never been to school as far as a doctor or any of that stuff. So I don't have any type of license or any of that stuff to tell anybody to solve any issues or any of that stuff. But what I do have experience. I do have life experiences, and like I was saying before, I believe life experiences um, sometimes is better than what's on paper because you only went to school to learn what I lived through, and you can tell me all day long what you believe that's going on. And now that's where we get into the professionalism because now uh, why I am going through what I'm going through, I already know the answer to it is because of myself. And of the majority of the time, it's because of myself. Um, Now, when we get to a professional reason, what can help me through this? A lot of times we don't know different avenues, and so we create all type of bull. And a lot of times, the one thing that we create is the one thing that sometimes kill us quicker than anything. And that's when we shaping our when we create another individual in our mind and we try to become that individual or we try to become another individual. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm prime example. I can, like I said, I'm gonna speak about I'm gonna speak about me. I can only speak about me. I ain't talk about nobody. Like I said, if what I'm saying lines up with what you are going through or what you have become, that's none of my problem. We both need to go see a doctor. But anyway, so for me, for so long, like I said back in the earlier childhood days or whatever, you were filled with so many different ideas and different dreams and hopes. You said, oh, I'm gonna become this, I'm gonna become this is what I'm gonna do. I know this is where I'm gonna end up, because I know I got this job, I know exactly where I'm gonna go. And like I said in one of the videos before, something happens along the way and we get derailed. um that doesn't we get derailed, and that doesn't mean that you're mental health. That doesn't mean that you're problematic. That doesn't mean that none of that stuff. That doesn't mean that stuff. Some way along the line, somewhere along the way, we get derailed. My derailment, um I can't put my hand on it specifically, but I can say from my experience, uh, I didn't feel I got, the attention that I needed, the attention that I felt I needed, in order to be as expressive as I wanted to be, without being judged or labeled or saying this or saying that. And I'm not even talking about anything, crazy. I'm just saying, I just had I had so many different ideas and I had I'm talking about there were so many different things that I wanted to do, and singing was one of them. Because when I learned that I can do a little something, I felt, I said, oh, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I want to do. That's exactly what, that's my passion, and that's exactly what I want to do. And every time I would mention it to someone, or anytime that I would, try to, I would always get knocked down, or you can't do that, you're not good enough. Not so much in words. See, a lot of times, we feel like we hurt people more with our words. We hurt people a lot of times with our actions because we tell people a whole lot by what we do more so by what we say. See, you could tell me all day long, and I'm just using this as an example. I'm not speaking to anyone. I'm not speaking. I don't. I'm just using this as an example. Once again, as an example. I don't want to have to bring my helmet. Uh, uh, I found a new one, but I ain't gonna bring that out yet. I did find a new. But anyway, you could tell me all day long that you truly love me. And like I said, this is an example. You could tell me that all day long, but now your actions speak louder because now if you have been, who is these people that keep calling me now? Hello? Hello. No. Hold on. Let me check. What you needed a code or something? Hold on for 1 minute. Let me check this out. Huh? No, no, no. I'm not. I have not changed anything. I'm saying let me check the email. I have not done anything. I said let me check the email. No, there's nothing in the email. Has it come on? Oh, okay. All right then. Hold on. Okay, that you can just drop take those by hold on, let me this other book, I forgot it. Okay, so that address, you got those first numbers? Okay, so that zip code is 22201. Yeah, and her name is no, her name is Dana. Yeah, tell her just tell her just to email what she wants and we'll because that's too soon. That's just too soon. But I can make that happen. It's no problem. I can make that happen. Yeah, just tell her to email me the stuff and I'll just go ahead and I'll go ahead and just put it together. And all right then. And don't call me no more because I'm on live. All right. All right. All right. I'm sorry about that, y'all. You know, we'll get into what, a lot of what I do for um income later. We'll get into that. Like I said, I'm going to be a little candid as far as that go because I really want to. But I want to have someone else here. Well, not here, but talking because that can go a little more in depth with that because we really need to get on board that money train because that is a money train. That's all I'm gonna say right now. But anyway, for me, coming up during that time, it was I don't know. It was I didn't feel like I got the attention that I needed in order to pursue the different things that I wanted to pursue. I've never been an artist as far as uh, painting or any of that stuff, and I never tried to duplicate anybody in that. But I used to love going and watching paintings. I've never played the piano a day in my life. Never. We got three family members, or probably three or four, that play. Now I play a little bit, and it's from watching different people, but I didn't jump on the piano because I didn't feel that was a gift, or I didn't feel like that was a talent or whatever. I just didn't feel like that was a thing, which I played in a church before. For a smaller church or whatever. And But anyway, I didn't really have a passion for playing. I didn't care so much for playing. But now singing was a whole new different ballgame because uh, whenever I would sing, like I said, I can say yes, it was for a show, uh, showmanship a lot of times because and if I didn't sound a certain way, I would cut the song off, completely because here it is, I was trying to sound like something that I wasn't. I was trying to sound like a professional artist, and I was not even. I wasn't even look. I hadn't even read up on a professional record yet. I'm talking about the label. I haven't even read the label. Not even went to the label, or even contacted the label, or none of that stuff. I hadn't even went. I hadn't even heard of the label yet. But anyway, and I'm just using this as an example. So anyway, I never really pursued it until later on, and then had like I said, I did uh, some stuff, nothing major, like I said, but anyway, I never reached the height or the pinnacle rather that I wanted to, um, because I wasn't operating in just my gift. God gave me whatever He gave me, and that was for me. That was special. But what I did was I would sit here and I would try to imitate and duplicate. These different. Trying to put all these runs and riffs and all this stuff, and sometimes overkill. Sometimes be trying to get notes that you. Uh, uh, yeah, you couldn't reach that. You couldn't do it. Yeah. So anyway, but I would try it because I heard it. I felt like, well, if they could do it, I couldn't do it. God didn't give you that range. He didn't give you that range. He gave you a range, but not that one. But anyway, so a lot of things that I had, a lot of ideas or whatever, were trapped. They were trapped on the inside. They were trapped with the individual that almost suffocated. And I held hostage. I held myself hostage for a long time because I forgot who the hell Eric was. I said, man, to that you are boring. Yeah, you're a nerd. I don't like you. I don't like you. Yeah, yeah. You're a little special. No, you're a little weird. No, I'm gonna bury you. Yeah, yeah. I need to get lit. Somebody lit. Yeah. So I created this stuff, and unfortunately for me, it was this diversion led me down many paths that I didn't have to go, that I didn't have to go down, that I didn't have to go through, or whatever. And it was all because I was trying to be this person that was really killing who I really was. Because all that stuff wasn't me. I wasn't raised. Like I said, our family, we have been through whatever. So be it. People have said whatever about each other. So be it. We have lied on each other. We have lied to each other. So be it. We have done this. We have done that. So be it. But the thing is, but the thing is, there should be some type of, I don't know, there should be somebody that you should be able, like I was saying in the last video, somebody that you should be able to talk to at all times, because a lot of times we get this thing in our mind. We say, okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna be this person because they like this person better. Yeah, they like this person. Oh, they like this person better. Oh, yeah, I can go around this. I can go around. But see, first of all, the amount of money that it takes to keep that image up, and then the amount of lies that it takes to keep that image up, and then the amount of sleepless nights that it keep that image up. All that stuff takes a part into your psyche, to your mental health part. All that can play an issue in it, because here it is, you have manipulated your own self. Ain't nobody did it, you did it. You have manipulated your own self into believing that you are something or someone that you are not. So these are three things that I come up with, and like I said, I come up with. This isn't something my doctor gave me, and none of this. This is something that I come up with, like I said, through experiences, and also going, and a lot of times I'm on YouTube, and like I said, it's not looking up bull jive. A lot of times I'm looking up information. A lot of times I'm doing research. A lot of times because I want to know. In spite of what I've done, so be it. A lot of times I'm just looking to be better informed because I feel like if I can be better informed, then I know what's ahead. So I know what to prepare myself to walk into. So that's why I try to stay informed. Okay, so there are three questions that I feel like I had to ask my own self in order to get to a place where, and this is a part of that walk that I was talking to you. And like I said, I'm not going to really go in depth into until the individual that I uh, set up to talk with whenever she can clear her schedule enough to which she's off on the weekends, but she's still she's like super busy. For real, she is really about that paper. I'm talking about she is about that paper. When I tell you she's about that paper, she's about that paper, and I'm not talking about nothing illegal or stupid. She really goes out there and she goes to the next level. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll let her tell her own story. But anyway, these three things is uh these are three things that I felt that um, were three well questions that we should ask ourselves, especially if we're trying to move forward in life. Because a lot of times we're standing still because we're looking for authentication. We're looking for a validation. We're looking for all of this here stuff, and all of that stuff is within your own self. We and I did it for years. I did it for years. I look for all that stuff outside of me, and when I finally looked on, and at my own self, I was, a lot of people say, "Oh, you waited too late." It's never too late. It's never too late to find yourself. It's never too late to find. If you are 93 years old and you find yourself, and you start pursuing what you start pursuing the path that was designed to be before you, it's never too late. What's too late is we don't take the time out to answer these questions, or even or whatever you feel is necessary to get you moving. We've got to stop with the stagnation. We've got to stop with the stagnation. I did it for so many years. This is the reason I'm talking about it, because yeah, I would get up and work. Yeah, I would get out and go out and talk to people and do blah 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 blah. But I was crazy as hell, and I'm not talking so much in a literal sense. I don't know, maybe half and half. I maybe was literally crazy half, and playfully crazy, and yeah, maybe 80, maybe 80/20. I don't know. But anyway, I but anyway, for the longest, I refused to answer the questions because I didn't want to hear the answers that I already knew. I didn't want to ask these questions because I already knew the answer to them. And a lot of times when you evade that for so long, you lose your purpose altogether because you're not focusing on tomorrow or next week or next year or next month or whatever. You're not focusing on that stuff. You're focusing on the next minute. Oh, I need a piece of bread. You got a whole loaf of bread in there. If you ate a whole. Uh. So, but we're thinking like for tomorrow, for next week. We don't think ahead. We don't think ahead. So these are the three questions. Number one, what's your purpose? Uh, okay, purpose. The reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. Um, what's your purpose? What is the reason? What are we chasing? I'll just say it like this. What are we chasing? For so long, I chased bull job. I chased foolishness. I chased all this stuff. And like I said, that's a whole nother. video, but I'm just telling you, for so long I wasted time chasing a whole lot of stuff that I didn't know now would hold me back. You know, here it is. It's a sad thing when you get close to 50, which I'm not 50. Let me go ahead and clarify that. I'm not 50. I'm in my 40s. Um, you know, so I ain't in my but anyway, but all jokes aside, it will be really sad when you get um in your 60s, rather 70s or whatever, and you wasted all that time and you didn't know what your purpose was. You didn't know what you were created for. Um uh you didn't know why you even exist. um a lot of us, we allow people to tell, which me, I did. I allowed people to dictate who I was, who I would become. I allowed people to say who I am. I allowed people to tell me all of this stuff. And unfortunately for me, it was all negative. And when you've been told all of this here stuff, you've been told all this stuff. Notice when you're told all of this stuff, you're building that, you're building and you're creating, you're interjecting, you're doing all of this stuff. And then here it is, you've created, you ever seen what's that monster they build, Frankenstein? Here it is, this guy, here it is, he had the real story, the book. He had the perfect creation, but he just wanted so much extra stuff in that thing, and he started doing this and doing that. Anyway, the finished product ended up killing him. And here it is, after we have built, after we have created, after we have interjected, after we have taken the time to tell this individual, this child, this whatever, all this stuff, then they have taken in all this stuff like a sponge, and now they're getting ready to go out into the real world and live what you told them they were going to be. Um, and then whenever we see them, living this, living that, we say, "What the hell is wrong with where they come from?" But if you go back in your memory bank and you say, "Oh, I did tell them that they were stupid. I did tell them that they would never be anything. I did tell them that they was nothing. I did tell them that they would never amount to anything. I did tell them they were just like they saw our father, who was nothing, who went to prison, who went to jail, who would never be anything in life, who didn't do anything but beat on his mom and do this and do that." I did tell him. I forgot about that. Oh, I did tell him to get away from me when he was trying to tell me one of his visions or one of his dreams. Oh, I did tell him to go sit his ass down when he was trying to tell me an interesting part in the book that he wanted maybe to become, that act not that part as an actor. Well, I forgot I told him all of this shit. And this is who he became. Um, Now what do I do about it? I'm not even talking about the person who told them all of this stuff, because now you're now you're questioning yourself. What do I do now? Because now I'm at a stumbling block. Here it is. I'm at a freeze. I don't know what to do here. At this point in my life, people are still throwing things at me. Oh, that he ain't gonna be nothing. Oh, you done been to jail. He ain't gonna be nothing. Oh, he done did all that. Blah, blah, blah. And all this stuff is still coming at you, but people do not understand. A lot of times, you are standing still, and you are turning to this, and you're turning to that, and you're turning to this, and you're turning to that, because you're trying to find your own identity. You're not trying to be identified by what people call you, but that's all you know, so that's all you live. And so here it is. People never really took the time out to learn what their own purpose is, because someone's told you that that's dictated to you, that that's what your purpose is, and that's not what your purpose is. That's why it's always, we got to guard this with our whole heart, with our whole. This is so important. This is so important because it may even come to a time where we may even lose this because we a lot. This is a tricky thing because it will manipulate us so badly. I'm talking about so badly. It will manipulate us so badly until we feel like all sorts of different things are going on. And sometimes, in order to just calm the noise, and you have to get to yourself so you can find yourself because you know I come on here and I clown and I say whatever, but just like I told you in my initial videos, I tell you that this is therapy for me as well because I get to come on here and vent to you in a fun way so I can continue to pursue who I am truly I am truly, because I've been lost for so long. When you're trying to get on the right path, that's not an easy choice. That's not an easy thing. And then people can still be judgmental, but they never know where you are because guess what? They never take time to ask. They never. They'll talk about you now, but they'll never take time to see exactly what's going on with you. It's more than just oh, I'm gonna send $5. $5 ain't doing nothing for this. Hell, by the time you send them $5, I'll be done got a good them $5 get in the mail ain't even enough to put me in the hole. I'm not making light of that, but but at the same time, we've got to just sit and we've got to think for ourselves. We got to stop letting people think for us because the more and more we let people think for us, the more and more we'll start living other people's lives. Because a lot of people are trying to live vicariously through you. Now, if you done messed up your life, don't sit here and try to relive it through me. And that's what half of you are trying to do to your kids. That's why a lot of your kids don't even know their own identity because you're trying to identify them with who you want to be or who you want it to be. Let's move on. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here too long, but I just felt like I just wanted to. I was going to save this for Saturday, but I got something else better planned for Saturday. But anyway, so the next one is what's your passion? Uh, Strong and barely controllable emotion. It's a strong, and I'm talking about something, something that I'm talking about that just eats away at you on the inside. I'm talking about something that's just you just can barely just control. Like every time you're around that thing, it's just like you just burst into this exuberance just comes. I'm talking about you just glow, you just and looking back at my own passions, like I said, I had a passion to sing. I did my actually I did a duet with my cousin, who's gone on, God bless the dead. Um but my cousin, that was the first time I think that was the first no 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 no. Was that the first? Yeah, that was the first. Well, I don't know if that was first so duet we done together or not. I don't know if she was the one or whoever. But anyway, we did a lot of solo, duets or around or whatever. So we went to this one church in particular. I forget what the church was, but anyway, we went to this one church in particular, and so I forget what name I called us. I put a name down there. I called us, because I wanted us to be stars bad. I had already went and put flyers around and all this stuff and said that the amazing such and such is going to be at such and such. Well, my cousins, she was in the band. She ain't know nothing about this. She ain't know a thing about it. So by the time they got there and so on, they called the name. They didn't call us individually by our names. They called us by the group name I gave us. I gave us. So next thing you know, they called it around, and so I stood up. My cousin said, "Wow, what you doing? That's not us. That's I said, "Oh no, I put us." She said, "You did what?" said, "Yeah, this is us tonight, so you might as well come on. Ooh, get ready to do that. Get ready to do that. Yeah, clear your vocal cords. Ah, yeah, get ready because it's going down. We got to turn up tonight. I'm sorry. I did not mean to leave you in the blind, but you're in the blind." But anyway, it went well, and she took it well, but at the same time, she took it well, because she was a visionary herself, and oh my gosh, she had a heart of gold. I'm talking about a heart of gold. You could literally go to her for talk to her with anything, um, and I promise you, she would talk to you. But anyway, even during that, with that particular passion, even a pastor, I had a pastor. I'm talking about could saying, don't you let his well, I like to say, I'm not really calling names right now, but anyway, we had a pastor. I used to sing with our pastor too, and oh, that joker got a voice. I'm talking about, we did, what was that? My soul has been anchored. Oh my goodness. I tell you the truth. We went somewhere and did that song, but anyway, I'm just saying, sharing those experiences, because anytime I was, and I'm so comfortable, and you would think I would, and well, let me change that. A lot of people think I'm overly comfortable, which I am, but it's like butterflies go through your stomach, and I'm talking about, it's like you scared as I don't know, because you don't know what's gonna come out. But whenever it come out, you just keep talking, even if you mess up or whatever, even if you mess up singing or whatever. But anyway, those experiences um um didn't begin my passion. My passion actually begun when even prior to getting in the choir, because I heard one of my favorite singers. People say whatever, who cares? Patti LaBelle is one of my favorite singers, and the reason why is because that gospel, and I like anybody with notes. If you can't really, even if you sing in the tenor, say if you can't hit that tenor note, I'm sorry, I'm just asking them to either put you in the baritone or sit you down. I'm sorry, you got to be able to hit some notes. And so, anybody with those, with range and strength, and any of that, those are just singers that I gravitate towards, because that's the style of singing that I like. But anyway, um I heard this voice, like, I came in from school, when we were, where we lived at the time, and I heard this big, it was like, I was, for some, like I said, I grew up in a gospel in a family. Also all we did was sing gospel, for every holiday. We would stand around and we would sing, and everything, and so I heard this voice, and this if and at the time, Patty was singing "Over the Rainbow," and I'm talking about the strength, and the range, and the power, and all of that stuff. And I would later find out that I could do a little something, and I wouldn't result so much back to that particular moment, but I would result back to that moment, because when I saw on stage, someone that was the same, that looked like me, that made it there. I said, well, I can do the same thing. But like I said, unfortunately for me, that never came into fruition. And that's a whole nother video. But anyway, that was one of my passions. But that's one of the questions that we have to ask ourselves, is what is our passion? What is bothering me? I'm talking about that I just can't control myself when I'm around that thing that drives me, that I just want to just do, that just bugs me, that just stick pins in me. What does that? What is my passion? So then I'm coming down to the third one and the last one, and it's, what are you pursuing? follow something in order to catch it. What are we following? What are we chasing? Um, like I said, for years, I followed all kind of stuff. Look, yeah, and like I said, we could come up with all kind of excuses. We can come up with all type of professional terms. We can come up with all sorts of ambiguous words. We can do whatever. But at the end of the day, the individual has to ask themselves this question, because no one can pursue anything for you. No one can have a purpose for you, and no one can have a passion for you. Those are some of the things that already exist in you now. You have to do the research and find out. Now, I'm still in that process. And like I said, like I said, I'm thick skinned, and I'm in my 40s, and I'm just now learning as far as my purpose. I already know my passion, but as far as my person, I'm just learning that, even in my 40s. Because for so many years, I chased this and I chased that. I did this and I did that. So be it. I'm here now. And being here, I just want to be the best Eric that I can be. To hell with trying to be this person and that person and that person and this person and that, because I wasted so much of my time and of my life running behind something that I could never achieve. You can run behind whatever you want in life, that belongs to someone else. You will never achieve that. You can run. I don't care how, how people going to Dr. Buzzard or whoever them people is that's doing all this plastic surgery and all this stuff, trying to get people to look like Superman and Batman and all Catwoman and all this crazy stuff. You're seeking attention, because when you're acting out anything other than who you are seeking attention. You're seeking attention, and sometimes that attention causes you a whole lot, because it cost me a whole lot, a lot of my life, a lot of time away from my family. It cost me different hopes, and it didn't cost me hopes, because I don't care how sinister an individual is, there's hope in everything. I don't care who they are. It's hope for everybody and everything. That it may not appear that, but God has the last word on that. Remember that. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and share just a few of these. Like I said, I prefer a doctor really just go in deeper, but I wasn't really coming from a professional standpoint. Like I said, I'm not coming to you as a doctor or any of that stuff. I'm just coming as a person who has experienced um, a whole lot in life, and like I said, it would be fine to not assume, but just to say that 90% of that was my own doing. But even with that, there was a starting point. And but like I say, right now, I'm into a lot. There is a lot that's going on. And I will say this, it's not bad. It's not bad. Um, I'm I'm um, I'm not chasing uh, I'm not chasing dollar bills. Um, I'm not chasing success and all of that stuff there. I'm just chasing being a better me, because I was a terrible yesterday. And I just feel like that I don't know, the sideline, like I said, the spectators, and you're gonna have let me tell you something about people. People are gonna always have something to say, whether it's good or bad. I'm talking about, you can. you can give everybody $1 million. They're gonna, oh, look at them. They think they something and gave me $1 million. You could have gave me a million and five, you know, 1,500,000. You got all that now, you know, and then here it is, just the reverse of that. Here it is. You can be dead broke. I'm talking about tap, got this, got out of jail or whatever. I'm talking about don't have a dime in your pocket. Oh, that joke ain't gonna be nothing. I hope don't come over here because I ain't got nothing, not one dime. I wouldn't give him the slop I was throwing down. You know how some of us is buying bags, buying closed doors. Anyway, but anyway, we've just got to do better. A lot of times, it would really help if we paid closer attention to people, because we could, if we really paid. Not so, I'm not saying watch people as far as trying to get in their personal lives and all that stuff there, but I'm saying if we would just reach out and 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 I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about you, the individual. Find somebody that you can confide in, somebody that you can talk to, somebody that you feel that you can tell anything to, so that you can make certain that you keep this clear of anything that I'm talking about, of any fog, any debris of anything. I'm talking about keep it clear. Do you know how hard it is to clear a road? And I'm not making light of it. But do you know how hard it is to clear a roadblock? And I'm not just a roadblock, a road wreck. I'm talking about where transport trucks and blocked it. I'm talking about here it is. They done shot here. I'm talking about they still pulling cars away, and there's still yields of call. But the pathway is being cleared, and oh, I can see so much clearer. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I am saying that I'm a whole lot better. And I can say that I'm evolving to a different level. But like I said, I don't want to talk about it. I want to be about it. And you be yourself, because I'm going to continue to. And with that being said, I'm going to ask you if you will comment. You can subscribe if you'd like, and ring that bell. Ring that bell, that bell. You can ring that bell. Like I said, I may come up with something 5 minutes from now. Who knows? So anyway, with that being said, I would want oh, and let me express again. So every Saturday at 7 p.m. um I go live with Still Standing, and I come on with different and I do different shows. Like I say, some shows may be like this. Some shows, I trip out in. Some shows I roast. Some shows, whatever. But I try to be informative in each one, regardless of the level of joking I may do or whatever. But anyway, with that being said, I love you all, and I don't care if you love me back. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Anyway, peace. I got to do my signature. This is gonna be my signature. Peace. It may be ugly. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna do it.